YouTube, what's going on? Appreciate y'all watching my videos. What's going on? I thought I'd do a live feed for y'all. You know, I'm past due. I gotta keep the somebody want to call me. All right, hold on, y'all. Hello, this is Jonathan Hicks. Yes, hi. Yes, hi. How you doing? All right, you been doing 15? Yes. All right, I need you to realign and go about 3 inches to your passenger side for me. Okay. All right, thank you. Okay, appreciate it. What happened? Did y'all get that? This phone don't block out phone calls. Oh man. I have to remember to put the phone on mute because I don't want to start this video. I sound extra professional. I'm running a business, man. I'm running a business. I gotta move my trailer over for a minute. Hold on, y'all. I know it's live, man. Hold on, y'all. My trailer over. This is where I'm at. They said I gotta move my trailer over. I'm not lined up in the dock right. Hold on, y'all. They said I gotta line the trailer up in the dock. Scoot it over about 2-3 inches. That's what the lady said. All right. All right. That should be good enough for him right there. Okay. What's going on? What's going on? Get back to this video. Let me put this on Do Not Disturb. Do not disturb. Hold on. Do not disturb. Okay. All right. Almost the same as yesterday. All right, yeah. So this where I'm at. I got a red light. See there? Got the red light. Okay. Hold on. Somebody calling me again. Nah, it's a broker. Already got a load. Already got a load. Oh, Jesus. I'm trying to make a video. Man. Trying to make a video, man. Everybody want to call you. What you got to do to get your authority? Light bright say, can I get my authority and lease a truck through quality? Or I mean, from what I've been hearing about quality, man, you be wasting your time going to quality. If you would, if quality isn't a bad place to get a truck, if you just want a truck, if you just want a truck and you don't care how much it costs, if you just want a truck, yeah, you can go to quality and get a truck. But quality has changed a whole lot of stuff, and I don't recommend getting a truck through quality because they changed a whole lot of stuff. I think they're requiring guys to come in with $5,000 down and a whole bunch of craziness. And I think this guy up here knew. Just don't hit my truck, man. They got a new yard guy up here. They like they training them. Yeah, they got a new yard guy here. Hold on, y'all. It broke my train of thought because just don't let this guy hit my truck. Got no time for this mess. All right. Okay. So hold on, y'all. Jeez, I'm trying to do a video. Trying to do a video. Damn. Send me an email, man. It's this one broker that I deal with from Coyote Logistics. He's always calling me. I appreciate him calling me, but you know, send me an email. Like I'll go on the load board and I'll look at a couple of loads and I'll just email them and just say, hey man, how much you want to run this load for? I'll email them, but then I'll be in the middle of stuff. I can't pick up the phone. It's easier to email. I can be emailing 3-4 brokers at one time. And like, I don't think it makes sense to be calling me because I don't want to sit on the phone with you. I don't want to waste your time. It's just easier to email. Like at any given time, there are times where I'll be emailing 3, 4, 5 brokers at one time. I'll be like, hey, I'll send out an email to this broker. I'll be like, hey man, how much you want to do this load? And then I send out another email, hey, how much you want to do this load? And then the emails just be coming back and forth. And then once the price of a load that I want to do come back, I'm like, yeah, I do that load. And then I'll send the other guys, I'll be like, hey man, I'm sorry. I just got a load for 1,800. I'm sorry. Can you beat 1,800? Sometimes I have brokers sitting there competing back and forth in an email. Okay, but quality. Back in when quality first came on the scene, quality was a decent place to get a truck. It was a walkaway lease. I think some of the maintenance was included, and from what I've heard, the truck payments were average. You know, $500 to $600 to $700 a week. You know, that's for that type of program to be a walkaway lease. That's a great program. I would do that. But now quality has changed a whole lot, and they're requiring guys $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 down on a lease truck. You can go buy a truck. You can go and buy your own truck for $5,000 down. You know what I mean? If you're gonna put all that money down, you must go buy your truck. The whole point of getting into a lease is to because I got this truck with no money down, you know what I mean? So it's just like, that's the whole point. Ain't no point in getting into the program if you got to put money down on it. Like, it don't make sense to me. To me, that don't make sense, you know? So should you go to quality? Hey, the numbers got to work. So you just got to go by the numbers. So go by the numbers, man. You just got to go by the numbers. It's not like a lot of guys be asking these questions. Like, I'm a numbers guy. Like, when I'm making a business decision, some of it is emotional, but it's a numbers guy. I'm a numbers guy. So I just go by the numbers. Like, it's just the same thing as getting my authority. The reason that I got my authority is all based on numbers. Okay? I looked at how much a truck costs, how much a trailer costs, and how much revenue I could make in conjunction with that. Okay, it just only makes sense to get your authority. It don't make sense to lease on the Tribe of a Loco. It don't make sense to get a truck, have all that responsibility, and making shit money. It don't make sense. It don't make sense to lease on with Snyder. And, you know, it don't make sense when you out here responsible for the truck. And the difference between you making double the money is a damn trailer. When you can go spend $10,000, $15,000 on a trailer and a couple pieces of paper to make double the money. That don't make sense. Okay? You know, getting your own authority, you can add 20, 30, 40, 50%. I've know guys who make 10K a week with their own authority. These are ex-Snyder guys. I know 2 guys, ex-Snyder guys who used to be at Snyder. Okay, Snyder, the IC Choice guys that are now making anywhere from 6, 7 to 10K a week. You know, I mean, one dude in particular, he called me sometimes, man, he'd be telling me the freight he be getting. He'd be making, at times he make 15K a week. During the storm last year, he told me he made like 20K in that week. He made 20K in a week. Not every week, but it was a particular week when during the snowstorms, during the hurricane situation last year, you know, like that, you know, just all kind of crazy stuff. And it's like, you can't sit here and tell me that it makes sense to lease on to Snyder and all these other carriers when you can go make that kind of money. It only makes sense. And the difference between you making that money is getting a trailer. Like, I know some of y'all that's watching me, you got $10,000, $15,000 cars, okay, and you in the truck all week. Get rid of that car and go get you a $15,000 trailer. You paying $500, $600 a month, okay, but you want to come on my videos talking about, oh, well, you shouldn't have got that new trailer. It's $30,000. I'm making money. The trailer only cost me $600 a month. Okay, like when you talking about a business that's making $15,000, $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 a month, who gives a shit about a damn $600 car payment, a $600 trailer payment? Who cares? Okay, when you look at the math, okay, when you look at the math, if you go back in my video, my first 30 days with my own authority, go back in my videos, my first 30 days of my authority, I did what, $23,000 my first 30 days, right? And my expenses were what? I think I did the truck payment, the truck, 2,800 plus my fuel was about 3,600. The trailer, of course, was 600. I think I had maybe like with food, if you count food and some other expenses, I probably had maybe $8,000 in expenses. All right, maybe like $8,500 in expenses. If you're grossing $22,000 in a month minus $8,000 in expenses, you're taking home anywhere from you're taking home 12, 13, 14,000 a month. So you worrying about a $600 trailer payment? I don't know, that it's just like, God, I just don't understand. Like, really you worrying about a $600? Stay over there, Snyder. Then stay over there, Snyder, making garbage money, This load right here that I have, that I'm picking up right now, this load right here is paying $1,600. It's going 358 miles. That's what it's doing.
Hey man, hate to bother you.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey man, I just locked myself out of my truck.
Oh
Can
man,
I see your key, see it up?
For real?
Man, I was.
Man. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Gotta help a fellow drop. I'm doing a FaceTime.
Oh yeah, I understand. I just want. Man, I jumped out my car.
Hey, sorry about that, man. I had to help a fellow driver, man. He locked himself out his truck. Man, I've been there, man. I've been there. I jumped out my truck a couple times since I've been in trucking. Yeah. I remember one time, I took my truck home, and the company I was driving for at that time, they don't let you take your truck home. You have to be authorized to take your truck home. So I wasn't supposed to take my truck home. I took my truck home, put the truck right in the driveway, jumped out the truck, jumped out the truck. The truck was running too. The truck was running. Jumped out the truck and locked myself out. So it's either call my company and tell them, hey, I locked my truck out, or pay the $200. So I just got online, and and it's funny because my phone just happened to be on me. My phone was in my pocket. Just think that my phone was like in the truck. But I Googled a locksmith, and he came and unlocked the truck for me. It ain't took about a minute. $200. It ain't took about a minute. But it's been a couple times, man. One time I was driving local. This is when I was driving local. I was driving a day cab. The truck was running, and I pulled up behind this gas station. Like, the gas station, it don't fit trucks. So, but you could fit a truck through there, but a truck not supposed to be in this gas station. But I pulled through there, and I just jumped out the truck. The truck was running. I went in the store, came back out. Oh man, I locked myself out like a fool, And had so I didn't tell my company. See, that's one of the things. Any of you new guys getting in the truck, and anytime that you get into a situation, you just gonna have to pay for it out of pocket, because you do not want to call the company and tell them that you doing something wrong out here. You could get written up, you can get fired. It's all kind of things. So, I mean, you got some guys out here, they be like, man, you need to call the company. Nope. There's just a bunch of things I done got into that, I probably wouldn't be sitting here in front of y'all if I, I got stuck in the mud pit in a mud lot one time. This is like when I first got into trucking, man. These days, man, I got stuck in this mud lot. I was trying to make a U-turn, and I was heavy too, 40,000-pound load. I was making a U-turn, and I saw this lot because I made a wrong turn. I saw this open field, so I thought I'd go around there and turn around. I get in the field, nothing. Back and forth. I got stuck. Now, I could just call the company and say, hey, I'm stuck. But, when you get into them situations, any of you guys know, working for any of the big carriers out here, when you get into a situation like that, it's going to open yourself up to being questioned. And your fleet manager, safety manager, they all gonna ask you questions. They're gonna bug the crap out of you. So you gotta fork over the money. I just went ahead and called for a wrecker to come and pull me out. It was $500. $500 to pull me out. I didn't call the company about it. I just paid the guy. Hey, here. Don't tell the company. Look, just get me out of here. You know what I mean? Because But those were the days, man. Like I tell you, I've been in this business 07. I got in this business January of 07. So 07, 2007, 8. So we're going on 11 years in this business. So I got a bunch of little stories like that. Like as a company driver, man, like all those years in trucking, I think prepared me for coming out here with my own truck and trailer, because I got all that stuff out of my system. So, I know I tell a lot of you guys to get your authority, but if you don't have about 3, 4, 5, 6 years experience, I don't know. Because I think within those 2 to 3, 4, 5, 6 years, it allows you to have a lot of experience to get through a lot of the BS. So when you come out here with your own stuff, you're not ripping off trailer doors. You're not backing into people. You're real cautious, and that experience will guide you knowing how to get through different situations, you know what I mean, with your own stuff. And like, guys with 6 months, a year experience, I don't think you need to come out here with your own authority. You need to give it some time. I know I preach a lot, but I'm preaching to the guys who got 5, 10 years experience and who's still company drivers. If you got about 10 years experience and you still a company driver, or you still leasing, leased on to a carrier, you need to get your authority, because you have the experience to come out here with your own truck and trailer. But if you got a year or 2, I don't know. I mean, it's up to you, but that's just my opinion. But this guy here, he's locked out his truck, man. Yeah. He's locked out his truck. But shoot. But yeah, so this load here is paying 1,600 to go 358 miles. Let's see. But yeah, so that's, and it's funny because it's probably about 4 or 5 Snyder drivers over here. And it looks like they got like some kind of a dedicated account in here. So I'm kind of curious on what them Snyder guys over there getting on this load, Let me show y'all. It's a handful of Snyder guys over here. Let me switch this around. There's a Snyder trailer right there. See over there? I would say it's at least about 4 or 5 trucks over there. But so it's just interesting, man. So it's just like, okay, the rates, what I've been seeing lately, they've been a little high, a little higher than normal. And it's trucking season, man. In the summertime, springtime, the rates go up, man. You get about 3-4 months of solid trucking, man. And you come out here and make 7-8K in a week, I mean, from what I've been seeing, you can easily do about 1,500 a day, 1,600 a day. That's what I've been seeing. Like these rates are just, rates right now are up. I mean, fuel is high, fuel is at $3 a gallon, $3 to $3.50 a gallon, depending on where you get it from, $3.20, depending on where you get it from. I run in the South, so yesterday I got fuel for $2.95 a gallon yesterday. So I got fuel yesterday for about $2.95 a gallon, and that's about the cheapest I've able to see it. That's because I've been like a lot of the pilots and the Loves and all of that. I've been seeing the pilots, they've been selling fuel for like $3.15 to $3.20, $3.30 a gallon. That's a little high, I mean, it's high, but I mean, I know I can do better. So I try to beat whatever the average fuel price is. So I've been coming in about 30 to 40 cents cheaper, and these fuel prices out here is all a scam, to me, because it's like you go to Pilot, right? You get free showers, you get free coffee and all this garbage that they give you, right? But they're charging you for that stuff. Okay, you can go right across the street to the mom and pop, because where I got my fuel yesterday, it was $2.95 a gallon. Right down, like right across the street. Well, not across the street, but right across the interstate. Because you got the Loves on one side of the interstate, and then you had this mom and pop truck stop on the other side of the interstate. Right across the interstate was a damn Loves, and they was charging about 20 cents more per gallon, on fuel. And I went across the street. I went to the mom and pop, and I got it for $2.95. So, and I see, the thing is, and like I use my American Express card to buy fuel, and their credit price and their cash price is the same price. So I'm not paying more for credit. So, and on top of that, I'm getting 3% cash back with my American Express. My fuel bill was $400. $400 times 0.03. I'm gonna get $12 back on that fill up. So $12 back. So $12 plus the 20 cents a gallon. It was 120 gallons. times 20 cent $120 gallons times 0.02 is it 20 cent? Hold on, 120 times 0.2. So I say $24 plus the $12 cash back. I say it almost $40 just by filling up. I say almost $40 just by filling up at across the street in one fill up. It's ridiculous. You know, with that $40, I can buy coffee, I can buy a shower, I can buy a hot dog, I can buy, you know, it's just, you know, like these pilots and these loves, it's a scam, you know, it's a scam. You know, it's a scam. And, you know, the fuel points that you get for fueling up at all these places, it don't make no sense because, like I just showed y'all, I did the math. It's like $37 and change. Like, if I save that $37 on every fill up, and say I fill up maybe 2 or 3 times a week, right? If I fill up 2 or 3 times a week, that adds up to, let's round it over to $40. So if it's $40, that's 80, 120, $120 a week I'm saving by not going to a pilot. Yeah, I can buy whatever I want with the just say if it's 100, right? With $100 in a week, I can buy some Bluetooth headsets. I can buy all kind of stuff, right? that you know, but it's a good marketing scheme. You know, it's a good marketing scheme. Travon say 2,500. You should have got a little bit more money on that load. I say you could have got about 20. You could have got about 2,800 for that load going to Laredo. You should have got got a little bit more money on that. But the thing is, you going down to Laredo, you could probably get about 3,500 coming out of Laredo. I've seen some loads coming out of Laredo paying 3,500 coming back to Atlanta. I got a screenshot somewhere because I screenshot the load or whatever. You can get a load coming out of Laredo paying 3,500. Anywhere from 3,000 to 3,500, somewhere in there. You can probably get a little bit more, but that's what I've seen. That load 20 Laredo, Texas, Atlanta to Laredo, Texas. Yeah, you could have got 28, maybe 3,000 on that load, but 2,500 is you know, it's all right. You know, $250 a mile. You know, I mean, long as you hovering around $250 a mile, you all right, but you could have got a little bit more on it. Light Bright say, if I lease a truck with my authority, I wouldn't need base plates, right? No, you confusing yourself. You confusing yourself. When you talking about leasing the truck, we're talking about acquiring. You're talking about acquiring equipment. When you're talking about leasing the truck. Now, when you're talking about leasing on to a company, that means you're running under somebody's authority. It don't have nothing to do with the truck. So, you know, you're confusing yourself. So when you lease on to somebody's authority, you have the option of getting your own plates or using the carrier's plates, because as a carrier, the registration for the carrier is kind of, it gets complicated. But when you dealing with your IRP account, when you open your IRP account, you have to designate who's a carrier and who's taking care of the safety and stuff like that on the authority. So a lot of carriers supply plates to simplify the situation. So, but you have the option of getting your own plates. So when you leasing a truck, it's just another way of acquiring equipment. So, you know, it's just another way of financing. So don't confuse yourself. Leasing a truck ain't no different than leasing an apartment. So if you lease an apartment, or you leasing a house, or you leasing a truck, it's the same thing. So when you leasing an apartment, you set a time limit on how long you wanna use the apartment. Just like leasing a room, a bed and breakfast. You know, when you at a bed and breakfast, that's just a lease. It's just a lease, a short-term lease. So when you got to think about it. Just think about it. Don't confuse yourself. So that's just what it is. So when guys, you know, when you go and lease a truck, you have to register that vehicle. You have to register the vehicle. So that's just what it is. You have to register the vehicle. You can't, you know, if you go to a dealer, some dealers structure the finance contract, like a buy. Like if you buying the truck and you financing the truck, some of them structure the contract like a lease, so you can take advantage of the tax deduction. So when you do your taxes, you can deduct all the payments like a rental. So that's where the leasing comes in. But for all intents and purposes, it's just a different way to finance. That's all. So if you look at it that way, it's just like buying a car. If you leasing a car, buying a car, using a bank, it don't matter. You have to register the vehicle in some way. So whatever state that your business is located in, you have to register that vehicle in the state that you're doing business. So that's what it is. Don't overcomplicate it and confuse yourself. If you bought a car before, buying a truck is very similar. The only difference is you're using the truck for business purposes. So it's a commercial vehicle. So you have to register the vehicle as a commercial business situation. You know, you have to comply with laws and, you know, business commercial situations. You know, the truck has to pass inspection and all that. But you got to put a plate on it. You got to put insurance on it. You got to put IFTA stickers on it. You got to, it's just, you know, same thing. Rates are jumping. AJ, my truck. Travana say, hey Jay, my truck broke down, the engine stopped working. I'm stuck in the hotel. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear about that, Travana. Damn. Well, you know, from what you're telling me, your truck is a pretty decent truck, and you should got maintenance. So, you know, you should be good. You should be good. They'll take care of you. You know, a lot of that stuff should be covered on the warranty. You got your maintenance account, and the thing about Snyder Finance, if you know, if it gets so far where the truck is not running in your contract, they're supposed to give you another truck because it's a rental, right? So, but this is like way out, because what Snyder's gonna do, Snyder Finance, what they're gonna do, they're gonna deplete all the resources before we even get to that point. But what they're gonna do, they're probably gonna end up offering you a newer truck, you know. So so it, they're gonna take care of you. You just gotta have some money saved up, so that way when these things happen, you can get through the situation. So that you got a couple dollars saved up. Okay, cool. You can eat, you can get a rental car, you can pay your bills and stuff like that. But just stick in there. Shot City Trucker, what's going on? Man, that new trailer. Yeah, my new trailer is, I got about $25,000 left on it now. $25,000 left on it. Yeah, man, like just get you a zip tie and hide a key somewhere. Get a zip tie and hide a key somewhere under the hood somewhere, Keep a key under the hood. I keep a spare key in my wallet. Like if you look at a wallet, like you can't use this key right here because you can't put this in your wallet, right? You got to use the key without this rubber on it, a flat one. And if you just get like a flat key without this rubber on it, you can put the key in. You can put that key in your wallet, and you would forget it's there. You know what I mean? It's a good place to put a key. Light Bright, the best place I say to get insurance is when you getting your own authority. I say OOIDA. I'm not saying they're the best insurance company. I'm saying starting out, they are your best option when you talking about starting a business, because they're not going to require a whole bunch of money down. And you can pretty much get your business rolling at that point and get your business started at that point, So, I mean, because a lot of these insurance companies, I've been talking to guys, they spending $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 down just for insurance, man. And they spending $1,500 to $2,000 a month for goddamn insurance. Like, man, that's a lot of money for insurance. We're not talking about tires. We're not talking about a breakdown. We're talking about insurance. You don't even see the benefit. It's like, it's insurance. It's a waste of money to me, But I mean, a lot of guys, they want that A-rated. They want to feel good about that A-rated. And like, I know a handful of guys who got the A-rated insurance, right? They went out of their way and spent the money on the A-rated. We pull the same freight. I got a load of water. I'm picking up a load of water. I call up this guy I know that he's got the A-rated insurance. I'm like, hey man, yeah man, I got a load of paper. Like, dude, you got the A-rated insurance, you pulling paper. You pulling paper. If you're gonna have an A-rated insurance, you need to be pulling high value freight. The freight needs to pay for that insurance. But if you're just pulling run-of-the-mill everyday Dropbox freight, you're not pulling step deck. You don't need A-rated insurance. You're not pulling hazmat. Okay, you're not pulling. You don't have a expensive customer that requires you to have the insurance. Okay, Like if you got a Tesla account, or you went and got you a Ford account, you went and got you a Toyota account, you went and got you a direct shipper that told you in contingent with the contract, you need to have this specific insurance to do business with us, right? So you went and got that doggone expensive insurance. Why? You pulling paper, water, paper bills. You pulling scrap metal. You pulling you pulling empty water jugs. You pulling regular general Dropbox freight, canned goods. You ain't got A-rated insurance. Don't make sense. And see, a lot of guys, they're not thinking like a business. It's business. We got to look at cost. We're not looking at cost. We're not analyzing our numbers. We don't look at cost per mile, right? You're running a business. You need to be looking at cost. A lot of guys preach all that garbage about the trailer they got, the truck payment. Oh, your truck payment's too high. Oh yeah, you just need to go and get your used trailer and all of that, right? But then you gonna go and get A-rated insurance when you got a 2002 Freightliner Century? You got a 2002 Freightliner Century. The truck got 1,000,005 miles on it. You got A-rated insurance. You got an old raggedy dry van trailer pulling raggedy dry van freight, but you got A-rated insurance. See, it's like guys, and we like to argue and complain about nothing, right? Oh boy, it's like guys, and it's because like I was talking to a guy back. He called me up. He told me, he said, "Hey man, I watch your videos. I want to appreciate you. Watching your videos inspired me to go get my own authority." He was telling me all the ins and outs of his business, and he went ahead and got A-rated insurance. The reason why he got A-rated insurance because, one, he's pulling hazmat. The hazmat customer he's pulling for required that he get hazmat, and the rates that he was getting from that customer made sense for him to get A-rated insurance. He had to put like $3,500 down for the insurance. His first load, I think his first load paid like $3,500. It was a hazmat load. It was like I think it was like some kind of aerosol or something like that. It was hairspray, bug spray, or something like that. That makes sense, okay? Because when he hit the ground running with a dedicated customer, with a direct shipper, that direct shipper said, "Hey, if you want to do business with us, you need this type of insurance." That's when you get A-rated insurance. If you're just coming out here with a Dropbox Freightliner, and you just pulling off the broker boards, pulling dry van freight, get OIDA. Get OIDA. Come on, man. We got to think like a business. We're not analyzing costs. We're not looking at, okay, how much this costs, how much this costs. But we don't look at insurance. No, we don't look at that. We funny, man. We are funny people. James Jones said he not lying. I ain't lying. Ain't nothing to me to lie about. I'm just telling you how it is. James Jones, they short on trucks. DMC, hey, man, you guys are in a hot freight zone down south. Cody say fourfold. You still pulling C.H. Robinson, Kelly? I haven't pulled a C.H. Robinson load in a while. I mean, I talked to guys who pull C.H. Robinson loads. You know, from my experience, C.H. Robinson, they pay all right. You know, they all right. They got a lot of freight. You know, C.H. Robinson got a lot of freight. So, you know, this place is crazy, man. A lot of truck traffic in here. ELD Trucker said, if I get a SFI truck, does the Big Orange charge a penalty for leaving? From what I've heard, I think they do. Now they do. When I left, they ain't charged me no penalty. The only thing I think they charged me, I think it was like a $100-$200 contract rework fee or something like that, because they basically had to change the contract, quote unquote. They ain't really have to do nothing, but that's what they charge. But from what I heard, I think they charge like $1,000-$1,500 fee. It really don't matter what the fee is. If they charge your fee, pay it and move on, because you're gonna make that money back in your first week. So if you think about getting your authority and they're gonna let you get your own authority with that Snyder Finance truck, pay that little piece of $1,000 and move on, because it ain't worth stressing over a little $1,000 fee. Even if it was $5,000, pay it and move on, because you're gonna make that money back in a couple weeks. So it's not worth sitting there making shit money, pulling them shit rates, when you could be making double the money, right? Like this place here, I pulled Lowe's out of here a couple times before at Snyder. I think Lowe's used to come out of here for maybe like anywhere from $700 to $900 to come out of here, and they never was 1,600. They never was 1,600. I'll tell you that. Not to go no 300 miles. Not to go 300 miles. You know, like, it's Tuesday. After this load, I'll be sitting at $2,600 in revenue just in 2 days work. You know, and you know, I know some guys who on here who got their own authority, they probably make 2,600 off one load. You know, I know guys who do that. You know, they run a load 300-400 miles paying 2,500. But that's not the norm. If you got good connections with some brokers, you got some good relationships with some shippers, you deserve to make that money. You earned that. You earned that relationship to be able to get those rates. But you know, a lot of guys, you know, they'll be like, man, you pulling cheap freight. Like, look, I'm making more money than I was at Snyder. I'm making more money than I was at Travel Loco. So, and I'm keeping all the money. So when I make 1,600, I'm keeping 1,600. I'm not making 1,600 and then giving some carrier 10-15% of my money. No, all because of a couple pieces of paper. All it is just a few. I done this a bunch of times. Just a few pieces of paper. You know, it's just like, okay, authority. Yeah, y'all see it. That's it. This paper right here. That means I keep all the money. This paper right here. That's what that means. You know, all the other pieces of paper are the same. My registration, my cab card, my 2290, and I got my own insurance. That's about it. And my own IFTA account. That's it. So I get to keep 15% of I get to keep all the doggone money because of a piece of paper and some numbers on the side of the trailer. I don't know, you know. Milkman say, Miss Jones. Miss Jones in here? Hey, Miss Jones. I don't know if you in here or not. So how do you get loads with your own authority? And is insurance very expensive? And also, is it a good idea to have your own authority with only one truck? It's up to the person, because I talk to a lot of people. They say it's not worth it. And then I talk to some people, they say it is worth it. So it just depends on what you're looking for out of this business. It just depends on what you're looking for out of this business. If you want to just work Monday through Friday and you want to work Monday through Friday and just have a 20, 30-year career, retire and die, hey, everybody's perspective is different. So, you know, I feel like life is an adventure. And, you know, I don't want to waste this life wishing and hoping that some shit happen. You know, like corporate America is very boring. And, you know, you get up, go to work Monday through Friday, and you that's it. And you're trying to get to Friday. You wake up Monday trying to get to Friday, right? So I feel like, man, I don't want to waste this time, man. Like, you know, if I'm going to sit up here and slave, I might as well go out with a bang. That's how I feel about it. I'm going to go out with a bang, okay? I'm going to die knowing that, hey, man, I had a trucking business making da-da-da-da-da, and I'm going to feel good when I lay down in the bed, okay? When I'm laying down in my grave, I'm going to be like, man, I tried, I did it, and I knocked it out the park. And, you know, I don't want to be laying in my deathbed, man. Damn, I wish I should have. Damn, wish. Damn, I should have. Why should have? I should have. Wish. Oh, man. Damn, I should have. No, man. Don't do that to yourself. If it's something you need to do in this lifetime, you need to get up off your ass and go do it. Because ain't nobody else going to do it for you. So that's just how I feel about it. So meantime, I'm going to try to grow this business. If I fail, hey, I fail. If I make it, hey, I'll be sitting up there with a handful of money. Hey, you know, so it just depends on what you're looking for out of this business. So it's just like, you know, you got a lot of people, you know, they have these questions, but some of these questions I can't answer for you. You need to search into your spirit and your soul to find them answers. Because for some people, trucking, this ain't for everybody. You know, trucking is a lot of work. It's a lot of work, you know. But, you know, it is a lot of work. Even for a company driver, it's a lot of work. And then on top of that, as an owner-operator, where you're responsible for the truck and trailer, you got your own authority, you got to do paperwork. You got to do compliance, logbook. You got to keep up with all this stuff. It's a lot of work. So it just depends on what you're looking for out of this business. So is it worth it? It just depends. You know, I feel like it's worth it because, like, with all the technology we got here in 2018, running your authority is easy, man. Like, I got this little filing system that I got it down packed. You know, I use Google Docs, I use Google Drive for all my filings, and anytime I get a rate card, I pull it up in the email, and in my Google email, I can just send it right to my I have a file that I keep track of all my rate cards. So anytime I get a rate card from a broker, it comes in through the email. I just send it right to my Google Drive, straight to my Google Drive. So whenever, you know, all my insurance paperwork, it comes through an email. I send it straight to my Google Drive, and I have an insurance file in my Google Drive, and it just goes straight into insurance. All in there is just insurance, inspections, and all the stuff that you need to keep track of your authority is all backed up in my Google Drive. And it's with all this, there's no paperwork. You know, the only thing that I have that's like physical paper is my fuel receipts and my maintenance receipts. My bill of ladings is all digital. So whenever I finish a load, I just take a picture of the load and I just send it to the broker and get paid, right? I throw away all the bill of ladings because I don't need it. It's all backed up in the digital. So in 2018, when we got all this technology, there's no need for paperwork. Yes, I got to keep a permit book But that's the only reason that I have this physical permit book, just for compliance reasons, and the DOT says you got to have a permit book in the truck. But if it weren't for that, you don't need it, because I can just pull up my authority letter. I can pull up all that stuff on my phone. So paperwork, it don't exist, you know? So, you know, so I'm trying to see if, like, okay, if I have 5 trucks, what would that look like? Right now, I'm trying to think of a system to manage a small trucking business, you know, with 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 trucks. And, you know, so I'm just trying to find a way with that, because eventually I'm gonna want to hire some guys. So I'm trying to figure out a system, you know, how to pay these guys, how to dispatch and stuff like that, you know. So you know, it depends on what you're looking for, man. Yeah, man, what's going on? Some at least I thought I don't do startups. I don't know. James Jones say, normally how much brokers take from a load percentage wise? It just all depends, man. Like, I've seen brokers take anywhere from, I say by average is about 30% off the top. I say by average, but I mean, to tell you the truth, knowing what I know, these brokers take 80, 90% of the load. These loads could be paying $5,000 and they'll sell it to somebody for $500 and they'll run it. But the thing is, you just don't know what they're getting on that load. You just don't know. And the thing is that these brokers, they love to run your truck for you. You know, they love to run your truck for you. And this, and see, guys, we got to think like a business and stop letting these brokers run our truck for us. And like the broker from Coyote, what he loved to do, he'll call me about a load, right? He's like, hey man, this load is $250 a mile. The load is $250 a mile. $250 a mile is irrelevant, because you don't know what market rates are right now. You need to be looking at market rates to know how to price your truck. So if market rates are at $4 a mile and he's telling you, oh, well, you know, I got a load paying $250 a mile, he's gonna make he's gonna make $1.50 a mile off me. You get what I'm saying? So it's not as simple as, okay, a lot of guys try to apply like this cut and dry cookie cutter situation to real world business when business fluctuates, right? I've seen loads. 1 week, a load may pay $500. That same load, the same exact lane, will run $1,500, $1,800. You know what I mean? And if you stick to this $250 a mile kind of mentality, you could never take advantage of that. So you got to be careful, man. Like, so depending on what's going on, I price the work based on whatever's going on in the marketplace. So you just got to look what's going on in the market. You got to find tools, okay? Get on load boards. I load boards that have the market information to help you price loads, you know, because you could think you're getting a good rate on the load, but you have no idea what the average rate in a certain area is paying. The average rate in the area could be $2,000, but you call the broker up and say, hey man, $250 a mile, and you got $1,200 on the load. You short $800, you know, and this happens all the time. This is business, but you know. Let's see. Rating. Trucking Truck and Fish Show said, how hard was it to find freight the first month? My first month, it wasn't too hard because I was leased on the Travel Loco, so I already had like a platform and an idea on how to get the freight. Travel Loco pretty much taught me how to get freight off the broker boards and what to look for. And I mean, on the outside looking in, you could probably say, okay, Coyote Logistics and get a load, but there's a certain way that you talk to these brokers to get what you need. These brokers know if you're an experienced carrier or not, and they'll take you for a ride. You know, you call up the phone and you call up a broker and I want a load. Hey, there's a certain way, a certain sexiness that you call up a broker and say, hey, you know, blah, blah, blah. I want to run this load, right? And there's a way that you talk to the broker to get the rate that you want. And if you don't know how to do that, they'll take you for a ride. And before you know it, you be running the load $1 a mile. and them brokers know it. A lot of the brokers know it. But there's some good brokers out there. I've had brokers help me get more money on a load. It don't happen all the time, but I had a couple brokers that helped me get more money on the load. I called on a load one time and I did some calculations. You know, I was looking at a load and I calculated. I was like, yeah, I'll do the load for $1,800. And he was like, you know what, better yet? He's like, better yet, I'll give you $1,900 on the load. I was like, okay. I didn't even ask for it. He gave me more money on the load. So there are some decent brokers out there, but I say most of the time, most brokers, they're not gonna help you. They're gonna, you know, they're there to make money. So but hey, I gotta get out of here, man. I've been running my mouth. And I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta gas up the truck here. Like y'all having good conversation in here. Mario asks your new carrier if they can help you move. You need an A+ insurance for refuel. New house. Yeah, what's going on? New house, what's going on? But hey, I'm about to get out of here. I got a green light. I've been sitting on a green light for the last 10 minutes. I was just trying to finish this video up. You know, my videos, I be trying to make them short, but they be long, man. But, you know, it's just what it is. So, but hey, that got loaded up already. But hey, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time.